Anyway, hey, so what's going on, guys? So I saw a part of this clip. Apparently, I guess Trump and Vance and Zelensky really got into it in some White House meeting. I don't know why it was recorded, but the little bit of it that I did see, it's kind of crazy to be honest. But I kind of wish they would do this more often. Like, I hope these are the type of conversations that are happening behind the scenes with politicians and whatnot. I would assume they are, but seeing this live, it's kind of crazy. It's kind of crazy. And honestly, I don't think, no matter if you're left, right, center, whatever side of the political spectrum that you're on, I think we need to see more of this. I think you need to see more of this, you know? So anyway, I've seen maybe like a minute, 2 minutes, like not too much of it. At least I think so before I cut it off. I was like, I'm gonna watch the whole thing later. So this apparently is the most like intense portion of this. There's a longer portion. I guess it's the full video. I do have it here. It's like an hour. I mean, I may react to the whole thing later with my buddy. I don't know, but I just really need to check this out because it seemed pretty crazy. So let's just see. And let me know what you think, obviously.
Let's watch.
Let's watch.
On the deal. That doesn't work that way. I'm not aligned with Putin. I'm not aligned with anybody. I'm aligned with the United States of America and for the good of the world. I'm aligned with the world, and I want to get this thing over with. You see the hatred he's got for Putin. It's very tough for me to make a deal with that kind of hate. He's got tremendous hatred, and I understand that, but I can tell you the other side isn't exactly in love with, him either. So it's not a question of alignment. I'm aligned with the world. I want to get the thing set. I'm aligned with Europe. I want to see if we can get this thing done. You want me to be tough? I could be tougher than any human being you've ever seen. I'd be so tough. But you're never going to get a deal that way. So that's the way it goes. All right, one more question.
Hey, I will respond to this. So look, for 4 years in the United States of America, we had a president who stood up at press conferences and talked tough about Vladimir Putin, and then Putin invaded Ukraine and destroyed a significant chunk of the country. The path to peace...
All right, quick pause. I'm happy he admitted that because apparently recently, or not even apparently, other Republicans, I don't know if so much as like Donald Trump and JD Vance have been saying this or whatever, but saying that Putin, or trying not to say that Putin invaded Ukraine, like Russia didn't start the war. Russia started the war. They started the war. We all remember Crimea, or at least most of us do. Like, they invaded. Like, what the hell? So I don't know where that whole talking point came from or whatever, but just to hear him even admit that, I'm kind of shocked by it. But let's see where he goes with it. I think I have seen part of this, though, yeah.
And the path to prosperity is maybe engaging in diplomacy. We tried the pathway of Joe Biden of thumping our chest and pretending that the President of the United States' words mattered more than the President of the United States' actions. What makes America a good country is America engaging in diplomacy. That's what President Trump is doing.
Can I ask you?
Sure.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. So he occupied it,
You feel the tension.
big parts of Ukraine, parts of East and Crimea. So he occupied it on 2014. So during a lot of years, so I'm not speaking about just Biden, but those time was Obama, then President Obama, then President Trump, then President Biden, now President Trump, and God bless, now President Trump will stop him. But during 2014, nobody stopped him. He just occupied and took. He killed people. You know what the contact line?
2015.
2014. It was
2014.
Yeah. So
I was not here.
Yeah, but
That's exactly right.
Yes, but during 2014 till 2022, the situation the same. The people have been dying on the contact line. Nobody stopped him. You know that we had conversations with him, a lot of conversation, my bilateral conversation, and we signed with him, me, like a new president. In 2019, I signed with him the deal.
What deal?
I signed with him, Macron and Merkel. We signed ceasefire. All of them told me that he will never go. We signed with him with gas contract.
Wait, pause. I don't remember. This must have been after he invaded Crimea and took Crimea, because they were fighting. Was there? I don't remember. Was there? I guess there must have been some sort of ceasefire deal because there wasn't still fighting as far as I know, after the whole Crimea invasion up until most recently, it was at 2022 or whatever. I don't know how long this has been going on in Ukraine. It was 2022 or 2023. It had to have been like 2022, like maybe summer 2022. I don't know. I don't know, right? So maybe there was some ceasefire deal that was signed, and I guess Zelensky here is saying that Russia broke that deal. They clearly did. If there was a deal, they clearly broke it. They clearly broke it.
Gas contract. Yes, but after that, he broken this ceasefire.
Yeah.
He killed our people, and he didn't exchange prisoners. We signed the exchange of prisoners, but he didn't do it. What kind of diplomacy, JD, you are speaking about? What do you mean?
I'm talking about the kind of diplomacy that's going to end the destruction of your country.
Yes, but if you
Mr. President, with respect, I think it's disrespectful for you to come into the Oval Office and try to litigate this in front of the American media. Right now, you guys are going around and forcing conscripts to the front lines because you have manpower problems. You should be thanking the president for trying to bring an end to this conflict.
Have you ever been to Ukraine that you say what problems we have?
I have been to.
Count once.
I've actually watched and seen.
I'm gonna let it play, but in my opinion, that's an insane thing to say. like, come on, JD Vance. Who can't, bro? Yeah, they in a war against a superpower. They supposed superpower. They have problems. How is that an issue? Shut up. What do you mean? Of course. Oh, you mean to tell me they don't have the manpower to fight against the Russians? I'm shocked. What was it? That was even like, what was that? Like everyone knows this. That's why he's here with his hand out. That's why he's here asking for money. You know, I'm gonna let it finish. But again, this whole thing is another example or another reason why you should never borrow money in any circumstance. Because he's sitting here, he's in a bad situation. I think Ukraine kind of is already losing this war. You know, I mean, big surprise. You know, I don't have any love for any of the people in this room. I don't have love for any of this is a complex situation. Yeah, some people want to say, oh, well, NATO came close to the Russia's border. That's not an excuse for you to invade another country. It's not. Did they invade? Yes. Like, of course. So it's very like nuanced, and there's a lot of things going on, but like, I don't want to be sending money to Ukraine. I don't want to send money to Israel. Shit, I don't even want to send money to parts of Africa. I'm just gonna be honest. Like, take care of America first. Like, take care of home. There's certain things that we need to take care of, right? I'm one of those people. Like, I'm kind of sick of it. Like, we give so much money to BS, and we also give so much money to just war and war hawking things. Like, why are we always involved in this? Like, I'm so sick of it, right? But then again, I have no love for Trump and Vance. Like, I have no love for Zelensky. So this is a kind of a complicated situation for me, because like, I see that they're pushing back on Zelensky, but it kind of seems, and I got to let it play to get the full context. It kind of seems like they are a little bit like, well, okay, man, you don't got a hand to play here. You know, you need to just concede. Like, I know Democrats, people on the left, like, oh, Trump is telling them to concede to Russia. Yeah, he's pro-Russia, but what are they supposed to do? Like, okay. Anyway.
Seen the stories, and I know that what happens is you bring them on a propaganda tour, Mr. President. Do you disagree that you've had problems bringing people into your military? And do you think that it's respectful to come to the Oval Office of the United States of America and attack the administration that is trying to prevent the destruction of your country?
JD, shut up. Did he attack this administration?
Sure. First of all, during the war, everybody has problems. Even you, but you have nice ocean and don't feel now. But you will feel it in the future. God bless.
You don't know that.
God bless. God bless. You will not have war.
Don't tell us what we're going to feel. We're trying to solve a problem. Don't tell us what we're going to feel.
I'm not telling you.
Because you're in no position to dictate that.
That's exactly what you're doing.
All right, whoa, I gotta. This is my turn to a long video. I respect what Zelensky just said. It's true. We have an ocean. But also, again, I'm gonna let it finish. I respect what Trump just said. Shut up. Don't you tell us nothing. Shut it. You don't get to tell us what we feel. Because again, he put his hand out and asked for money. He borrowed money and he's losing. He's not in a position of power, and he's going to Big Brother asking for money. And he has a point with his statement, but bro, sometimes you just gotta pipe down a little bit. Like, because he has no power to. What does he have to play? Nothing. Like nothing. He's in a lose situation, right? I know some people are not gonna like what Trump just said, but he's the American president. I think he's right with what he just said. You cannot say that to him. Like, there's a level of respect there. There's certain things he's walking on eggshells, and like, he just has to. Like, don't say that. Even if it's true, there's some things you just probably shouldn't say. You know.
To dictate what we're going to feel. We're going to feel very
you will
good.
Feel influence.
We're going to feel very good and very strong.
You will feel influence.
You're right now not in a very good position.
He's right.
Yourself to be in a very bad position, and he happens to be right about
From the very beginning of the war.
You're not in a good
I
position. You don't have the cards right now. With us, you start having
not playing cards.
Right now, you don't.
You're
playing
serious,
cards.
Mr. President.
You're playing cards.
Serious.
You're gambling
I'm
with the
president
lives
in
of
war.
millions of people. You're gambling with World War III. You're gambling with World War III. And what you're doing is very disrespectful to the country, this country, that's back to you, far more than a lot of people said they should have.
Have you said thank you
Wow.
once this
A lot
entire
of
meeting?
times.
No, in this
Even
entire meeting,
today.
have you said thank
Even
you?
today.
Have you
You
said
went to
thank you?
Pennsylvania and
This is-
campaigned for the opposition in October.
All right,
for
JD.
some
All right.
words-
All right. So this is like, this part is like kind of devolving into like just political statements. Like JD's really on this whole, like he's playing pure politics, JD, right now. He went to the opposition and rallied for him. Shut up. Who cares? End the conflict. They want to make a deal. That has nothing to do with it. Who cares? I know there are gonna be some people on the right who are gonna listen to what JD just said and the way he's speaking to Zelensky, and they were clapping like, oh yeah, strong, very powerful. Look at this guy's backbone. That statement is so what? Who cares? Who cares? You want a deal? You don't want to make it. Why are you sitting here making political statements? Have you said thank you? Shut up, bro. Like you're not helping. You're not helping. You're just coming off like a dick. Like shut up.
Words of appreciation for the United States of
Oh, for
America
fuck's sake.
and the president who's
God.
trying to save your country.
Please, you think that if you will speak very loudly about the war, you
He's
can...
not speaking loudly. He's not speaking loudly. Your country's in big trouble.
Can I
Wait a
answer?
minute. No.
This
You're not
is
allowed to
intense,
talk.
though. I kinda like
Your
this, so.
country is in big trouble.
I know.
You're not
I
winning.
know.
You're not winning. You have a damn
We-
good chance of
we are
coming out
staying,
okay because of
Mr.
us.
President, we are staying in our country, staying strong from the very beginning of the war. We've been alone, and we are thankful. I said thanks
You haven't
in
been
this
alone.
cabinet.
You
and
haven't
not
been
only
alone.
in this
We
cabinet.
gave you, through
I
this
said thank
stupid
you.
president, $350 billion.
You voted
we gave
for
you
your
military
president.
equipment,
You
and you
voted
men
for
are
your
brave, but they had to use our military.
What about
if you didn't have
You
our
invited
military
me-
equipment,
you invited
if
me
you
to
didn't
speak-
have our military equipment, this war would have been over in 2 weeks.
In 3
okay?
days, I heard it from Putin. In 3 days, this is something
Maybe
new.
less.
In 2 weeks, of course, yes.
It's going to be a very hard thing to do business like this. I
Again,
tell you.
just say thank you.
Wow.
I said a lot of times thank you to American people.
Except that there are disagreements, and let's go litigate those disagreements rather than trying to fight it out in the American media.
Okay,
when
I gotta
you're
pause
wrong.
again. This is an L from JD Vance, in my opinion. Who the hell cares, JD? Let it go. He even just said that he said thank you before. We don't know. He probably did. But this whole thing, oh, you gotta say thank you. You gotta grovel to us. But shut up. And in the very next statement, he says, "Do you want to litigate it in front of the American people or come to a deal?" You're doing it. He's doing that. JD's just playing pure politics. Shut up, bro. Like, shut up. I think I saw, like, it's also on Twitter. I saw the beginning of JD's like spiel or whatever. And I remember when I saw it, I was like, oh wow, this is intense. Blah 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 blah. I was like, oh, JD's really going at him. But seeing the longer form version, shut up, bro. Cameras on, cameras off. If this is what he's doing behind the scenes, you're trying to come to a deal, and imagine somebody still saying that, oh, well, did you say thank you for the money? Like, bro, like, get out, man. You're not helping. Like, shut up, man. Damn.
We know that you're wrong.
But you see, I think it's good for the American people to see what's going on.
I understand, sir.
I think it's
I
very
understand.
important. That's why I kept this
I
going
agree.
so long. You have to be thankful. You don't have the cards.
How Trump is doing it.
You're buried there. Your people are dying.
He doesn't have the cards.
You're running low
I know.
on soldiers.
Don't please,
you're running
Mr.
low
President.
on soldiers. It would be a damn good thing.
Mr.
And then you tell us, I don't want a ceasefire. I don't want a ceasefire. I want to go and I want this. Look. If you could get a ceasefire right now, I tell you, you take it so the bullets stop flying and your men stop getting killed.
Of course, we want to stop the war.
But you're saying you don't want a ceasefire.
But I said to you,
I want a ceasefire.
with guarantees.
Because you'll get a ceasefire faster than an agreement.
Ask our people about ceasefire, what they think.
That wasn't
doesn't
with
matter
me.
for you what-
That
what
wasn't
this
with me.
means. It
That was
wasn't
with
with you.
a guy named Biden who was not a smart person.
This
That
is
was
your,
with,
this
that was
is
with
your
Obama.
president. It was your president.
Excuse me. That was with Obama, who gave you sheets, and I gave you javelins.
Yes.
I gave you the javelins to take out all those tanks. Obama gave you sheets.
Oh, was that Trump?
In fact, the
guess so, huh?
statement is Obama gave
Originally,
sheets and
yeah.
Trump gave javelins. You got to be more thankful.
That's
Because
just how
let me
long
tell
this
you,
been going
you don't
on.
have the cards.
It's Crimea,
With us,
yeah.
you have the cards. But without us, you don't have any cards.
One more question to Mr.
Wow.
Vice President. I'm sorry.
Again, I'm gonna let it finish. It's almost done. I honestly, again, I don't have a dog in this fight. Well, I guess I kind of do because I'm American, so I gotta, anyway. I do think you have to give Zelensky a little bit of credit. Cameras on or cameras off. Somebody else here probably would have lost their shit. he's kind of remaining calm, and I think it's because, again, Trump is right. Like, and Zelensky knows it. He has no cards to play. He isn't not in a position of power at all. So he kind of has to like take this talking to, whether it's right or wrong. He can't really like lose it too much. And Trump is already saying that he has a bad attitude. You know what I mean? So I guess give him some credit for that, because he noticed how he just didn't say anything. He was like, I'm just gonna, like, he's pushing back a little bit, but he's not like, for the most part, it doesn't seem like he's losing his cool or anything.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire?
I think you guys had a bigger attitude.
Please talk.
We're on that.
It's going to be a tough deal to make because the attitudes have to change.
What if Russia breaks ceasefire? What if Russia breaks peace talks? What do we do then? I understand that it's a heated conversation right now.
What are you saying?
She's asking, what if Russia breaks the ceasefire?
What if anything? What if a bomb drops on your head right now? Okay? What if they broke it? I don't know. They broke it with Biden because Biden, they didn't respect him. They didn't respect Obama. They respect me. Let me tell you, Putin went through a hell of a lot with me. He went through a phony witch hunt where they used him and Russia.
All right.
Russia. You ever hear of that deal? That was a phony Hunter Biden, Joe Biden scam.
We know.
Hillary Clinton.
How God is he going off of it? Bro, how again? None of what he's about to say is helping. How is this even relevant? If anything, it just comes off as like this gives Democrats and people on the left who hate him ammunition to just say that he's in bed with Putin or something. Okay, bro, we know. We remember what happened, right? We remember Russia, right? We remember. We were there. Leave it alone. What's that have to do with this? Like, leave it alone, bro. Just stop.
Shifty Adam Schiff. It was a Democrat scam, and he had to go through that, and he did go through it. We didn't end up in a war.
That. Come on, man.
And he went through it. He was accused of all that stuff. He had nothing to do with it. It came out of Hunter Biden's bathroom. It came out of Hunter Biden's bedroom. It was disgusting. And then they said,
see this Zelensky's face?
The laptop from hell was made by Russia. The 51 agents. The whole thing was a scam. And he had to put up with that. He was being accused of all that stuff. All I can say is this. He might have broken deals with Obama and Bush, and he might have broken them with Biden. He did.
Bush!
Maybe he didn't. I don't know what happened.
I was like,
But he didn't break them with me. He wants to make a deal. I don't know if you can make a deal. The problem is, I've empowered you to be a tough guy. And I don't think you'd be a tough guy without the United States. And your people are very brave. But you're either going to make a deal or we're out. And if we're out, you'll fight it out. I don't think it's going to be pretty, but you'll fight it out. But you don't have the cards. But once we sign that deal, you're in a much better position. But you're not acting at all thankful. And that's not a nice thing. I'll be honest, that's not a nice thing.
It's so
All
ridiculous.
Right, I think we've seen enough. What do you think? Huh?
Is that it?
This is going to be great television, I will say that.
I just think he's got a point.
What we can do about putting it together.
All right, is that it? Hold on, I'm gonna skip a little bit.
Bad conversation.
Yeah, actually, okay, so that's it. So at the end of the day, I agree with Trump at the end there. This is great television. They give us more of this. Give us more of this off the cuff. Let the media in, because normally at the start of these like debates when they're like sitting here in the Oval Office, they don't really talk about anything. It's all behind the scenes when the media's in there. But actually seeing this, I think this is pretty good. Give us some more of this. Let me see what's going on. Because if these are the conversations they're actually having, this is great. Again, I don't want any of our money, any of our tax dollars, any of my tax dollars going to Ukraine. I don't want them going to South Africa. I don't want them going to Israel. I don't want them going anywhere. Stop. I'm sick of it. I'm sick. I'm a millennial and I'm sick of it. It's been going on for far too long. I hate it. Take care of America first. This bum's outside right now. Do something. Do something. Like this is ridiculous, right? Secondly, JD Vance, bro, like shut up. Like shut up. Like I get it. He doesn't have it. He doesn't have any power. He's in a tough spot. But bro, this whole like, oh, have you been thankful nonsense? Like kind of, he come off a little bit like a bully, man. Like we all know he doesn't have any power, but this whole like, are you gonna say thank you and then litigate it in front of the American people? You're doing that, bro. That's you. That's your whole game right now. What are you talking about? So it's kind of ridiculous. Trump is just being Trump. The whole like, he says, oh, you got a bad attitude. It's not a great attitude. This whole thing. Okay, that's stupid too, but that's classic Trump. It's like kind of like he's a New York type guy. It's like you gotta be respectful. You gotta be respectful if you want to get a deal. this whole nonsense. Like I just watched this. Who was upset? If you just watch that, you have no idea what's going on. Who were the two upset people in the room? Was it Zelensky or was it Trump and JD Vance? Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Anyway, like I said, I want more of this. I may react to the whole thing. I think it's the whole thing. It's like an hour later with my buddy because I want to see what he has to think about it. Or I may just do it myself. I don't know. But anyway, let me know what you think. Let me know if I'm right. Well, let me know how I'm right. Let me know how I'm wrong. Let me know if you don't care. Anyway, I'm out.
And my second question for President Zelensky. Why don't you wear a suit? Why don't you wear a suit? You're at the highest level in this country's office and you refuse to wear a suit. Just want to see if do you own a suit?
Yeah, you have problems.
A lot of Americans have problems with you not
Really?
respecting
I don't
the
have
authority of
such.
this office.
I will wear a costume after this war will finish.
Okay.
Yes, maybe one.
Maybe something
maybe
like this.
something like
Yes,
yours.
sir.
Yes.
That'd be great.
Maybe something better. I don't know. We will see. Maybe something cheaper than. Yeah. Thank you. Thank you for.